Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chapter 8, focusing on thought groups. And your first assignment of this chapter is very similar to the previous two warm-up activities that we did, where you're going to listen to a conversation in CD2 track 39, and then you are going to mark the end, of each thought group with a / mark, just as you can see here in the first portion of the dialogue. Keep in mind that some punctuation has been omitted, some commas and periods have been taken out so that you don't as easily anticipate those pauses, to better train your ear to listen for those pauses between thought groups. So let's give CD2 track 39 a listen, and then again, just as you did before in the warm-ups, mark each end of a thought group with a / mark, just like how you can see here up above here. Let's give it a listen.
Exercise 3A, page 74. So, who's coming to dinner next Friday? How many have responded?
Let's see. Of course, I've heard from Kate.
Good. But what about Joe?
Yeah, we need to count Kate and Joe. And I've also heard from Jay and Lou and Carlos.
Okay. So far, that's Kate and Joe, and Jay, and Lou and Carlos.
All right, so give it another listen if need be, and then indicate, as we had said, with a / mark where you hear those pauses. And like how we saw in that first warm-up, whether there is or is not a pause can change the meaning, right? If we're talking about a one vacation that's 7 weeks long, or 7 1-week long vacations, right? We saw some examples, especially with numbers, how that can change the meaning of the thought group. We talked about how commas and pauses can indicate whether you're talking about yourself in part A of number 4, whether you're talking to someone in part B. So the presence of these pauses greatly dictates the meaning of the thought group, or the intended meaning of the thought group. So incorrect use of these pauses can interrupt or it can confuse the listener, right? And certainly can confuse you if you're not able to pick up on them. So again, for exercise 3, go ahead and put those / marks wherever you hear a pause. And then for part B, answer the question, who is probably coming to dinner alone? You have Kate, you have Joe, you have Jay, you have Lou and Carlos. Who is coming alone? And who is probably coming together based on the different thought groups that you've identified in exercise 3.